From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest, or I should say welcome to Good Morning Northwest. If you're just tuning in, happy Friday. We are tracking some snow showers that are exiting the region, exiting off towards our east. We're kind of in between storm systems right now, but we are anticipating another round of rain and snow to impact us as we head into this afternoon and into this evening. Right now, visibility not too good in Pendleton. In fact, it's a big old goose egg, and we're starting to see some shabby visibility in the valleys, also up towards Snoqualmie Pass. Good reason to take it slow on the roadways this morning, not just because of the low visibility, but also because we could see some slick spots on the roadways as some of these temperatures are hovering dangerously close to freezing. Now, thankfully, it looks like we're a little bit above that for the valleys. We're a little bit above that in the Tri-Cities, but a little bit below that in the foothills. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We'll have a chance for more valley snow into this evening. The Cascade Passes in particular are going to look pretty rough over the next couple of days. And then we're tracking another storm system into Monday and Tuesday. I'll tell you about that one. Also, I'll show you winter weather advisories and wind advisories that are in place for the next couple of days. And that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, people running from a burning apartment building in Kennewick straight into the freezing rain. This is fire crews battle the flames. Monique Ledesma with the report. And an investigation based on allegations that students in Ellensburg face discrimination and harassment while at school has reached a verdict, but the district must now implement. Plus, new details are emerging about Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the murder of United Healthcare CEO, what his life is looking like behind bars. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Friday, December 13th. We'll start with new this morning. Fire officials are working to find out what caused a Kennewick apartment building to burst into flames. The fire happened at the Lakeside Apartments last night. It's located at the corner of Clearwater and North Edison. Our Monique Ledesma says people living in the building ran out into the freezing rain, many with just the clothes on their backs.
Good morning. We arrived here moments before fire crews arrived to the apartment fire here at Lakeside Apartment. When we got here, we saw people running out carrying their pets, some with no shoes, others with no shirts, and smoke pouring out of that roof.
The call for help came in just after 7:30 last night at the Lakeside Apartments on the 5100 block of West Clearwater Avenue and North Edison Street. Fire crews from Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, and Benton County Fire District 1 all responded to the scene. With that kind of response, Kennewick police officers shut down most of North Edison Street so first responders could get to the apartments faster. Thick black smoke was pouring out from the roof. Firefighters running into the building, helping people get themselves and their pets safely outside. Fire crews battled fire both on the ground and up in the attic. At least 2 of the apartments are not able to be lived in due to the extensive damage from smoke, fire, and water. No one was hurt. As for people who are now without their homes, KFD Battalion Chief Connor Webb says the Red Cross is going to help them, but they'll also need to do a few more things.
For us, we'll have our prevention division will come out and investigate tomorrow in the daylight. For the residents, they'll work through the insurance process and work through with the building manager to figure out where they're going next. And then the building they'll have to contact their insurance to secure it. So they're all boarded up.
A restoration crew has arrived to the scene and they're working on boarding up the scene. The fire is still under investigation. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma for Good Morning Northwest.
Thank you, Monique. In a follow-up this morning, the cleanup continues at the Les Schwab Tire Center in Yakima after a fire earlier this week caused nearly $500,000 in damage. Now, the fire broke out Tuesday around 6:30 in the morning. It was on First Street, and it took fire crews several hours to put out the fire, and access in the area was shut down to allow firefighters to work for most of the day. Captain Jeremiah Stilley says the fire was contained to just one building and the cause appears to be electrical in nature. There was a shelter-in-place issued for people who live or worked near the fire. Captain Stilley says while no one was injured, the shelter-in-place was there for a big reason.
The one thing that we have to keep in mind is how dangerous the exposure to that type of smoke is. Smoke coming from burning tires is very, very toxic. And obviously people were exposed, but there were no reported injuries and no reported fatalities.
Les Schwab is closed while they clean up the area, but it is expected to reopen for business on Monday. Now, the Justice Department has reached an agreement with the Ellensburg School District to resolve the department's investigation into allegations that students were harassed and discriminated against based on sex, race, color, and national origin. The investigation found that the district failed to take effective action despite being aware of an environment in which Black, Latino, and LGBTQ+ students experienced slurs, taunts, and physical assaults.
I would like to commend the Ellensburg School District for its full cooperation throughout the investigation and its commitment to improving the educational environment for students.
Under the settlement agreement, the school district will implement critical reforms, such as designating a district coordinator to oversee the effective resolution of reports of harassment. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, new details are emerging about Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the murder of United Healthcare CEO. We have what his life is looking like behind bars. That's in just a few minutes, but first, Josh will have your weather forecast.
Magical moments, snowy adventures, warming up, making memories, a winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
The Season of New Tradition sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive start at just $28,999. Plus, get 3.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have a winter weather advisory that's in place for the Cascades, for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, and for the Blue Foothills of Morrow County. That goes from 4 p.m. this evening or this afternoon to 10 in the morning on Saturday. And then for the Blue Mountains of Umatilla County, that little slice of Walla Walla County above 4,500 feet, that goes from 8 p.m. this evening all the way until 7 in the morning on Sunday. Then we have this wind advisory that's in place for the Blue Foothills of Umatilla County. That goes from 4 p.m. on Friday to 10 in the morning on Saturday. We're anticipating winds gusting upwards of maybe 40 miles per hour. Now let's talk about what some of our mountain passes already look like this morning. Let's first start off at US 2 at Stevens Pass. It is slushy. Traction tires are advised. And then we'll take it down to, I believe it's White Pass. I lied. US 97 at Sadis Pass. A little slushy. Traction tires advised. You can see per this WashDoc camera, most of the snow is off to the side of the roadway, at least from this vantage point. And then we'll take it down to US 395 at the Battle Mountain Summit. Packed snow. You do have to carry chains. Then for Meacham and Cabachilla I-84, a little slushy. You also have to carry chains here as well. And then Oregon 204 at Tollgate, I want nothing to do with this for this morning as there is packed snow. You do have to carry chains. Here's your day planner for today. Temperatures in the 30s all throughout the day. We'll see the arrival of the storm system mostly into the afternoon. So for today, it's going to be cold. High still about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. Winds picking up at the south and southeast, upwards of 30 miles per hour for the Blues and for the Cascades. And then for tonight, upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour for the Blue Mountains and the Blue Foothills. I'll time out all the craziness from the storm system coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now, in national news, new details are emerging about Luigi Mangioni's life behind bars. He's accused of fatally shooting United Healthcare's CEO Brian Thompson last week. After a life of immense wealth and privilege, the Ivy League grad is now spending his entire day locked up in a small jail cell. CNN's Jason Carroll has more.
Luigi Mangioni is fighting extradition to New York. While that happens, this is the prison where he's being held. It's the State Correctional Institution at Huntington, the oldest operating state prison in Pennsylvania. Mangioni's cell looks much like the one you see here, according to a law enforcement source. His actual cell is 15 by 6 feet. A Department of Corrections spokesperson says he's in a single cell and not in solitary confinement. He is not interacting with other inmates at this time. He has a bed, a sink, toilet, and a desk with a seat.
It's always interesting to see, a prison in your backyard that, frankly, most people wouldn't be able to pick out of a map or wouldn't know the name of. And now everyone's interested in the type of food he's eating, the cell block that he's in.
Meals at the facility are served 3 times a day, 6:15, 10:40, and supper at 5:15. Tonight on the menu, Mangioni has a choice between chicken parmesan and a dish called pizza beans. The Department of Corrections says Mangioni has taken his meals in his cell and is not interacting with other inmates, adding all inmates are afforded time outside their cells, even if they are a higher custody level. Mangioni's case has received a great deal of national attention, so perhaps no surprise, he's already known to some inmates, some of whom shouted his name to media outlet News Nation. Free Luigi! That type of notoriety is also an added security concern at a correctional facility.
Any prison, state or federal, is a predatory environment, and there could be prisoners who are there for a long time, perhaps looking to get in the media, get some attention. So he's got to learn to enjoy his own company in a little cell with a desk, with a toilet, with a pen to be able to write, with a sink, because he will not be around prisoners, as I see it, for quite some time. The prison just can't risk it.
Mangioni's time there could be measured in weeks as prosecutors push to have him brought back to New York. And according to the Department of Corrections, Mangioni is allowed visitors. But so far, the department says his only visitor has been his attorney, who visited him yesterday afternoon. And coming up next, changes are coming to the Tri-Cities' closest ski slopes, and Riley Fitzgerald has the breakdown from the Blue Mountains. That and your full weather forecast is after the break.
After a long day, there's nothing like coming home to what matters most.
I think your mom was home.
With 3 generations under one roof, Our home is a place where traditions are passed down. It's the simple moments that hold us together, reminding us that the best parts of life are shared, where every moment becomes a memory. With the help of Hapo Mortgage, we're home.
The Season of New Traditions sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Telluride EX with all-wheel drive starts at $44,699. Plus, get 5.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
The savings continue with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Find it online or pick up a copy in store. All Wrangler men's jeans are buy one, get one half price. Save $25 on all men's and women's Ariat outerwear. Pick up a Leatherman Signal multi-tool and get a $50 Cascade gift card with purchase. Save $120 on Sports of Field's 24-gun safe. Plus, save $200 on the Pit Boss 1150G Navigator pellet grill. Save more this holiday season at Cascade Farm and Outdoor.
'Tis the season for big mattress savings during the year-end inventory reduction sale at Walker's.
Find your comfort on a new Beauty Rest Black set. Enjoy with our Hot Buy mattress deals. Or rest in heavenly peace on a Serta iComfort set. Plus, say yes to no money down. No minimum purchase financing for up to 5 years.
Plus, get $300 of additional free furniture with qualifying mattress purchases, making it a season to remember during the year-end reduction sale at Walker's.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We'd like to wish you a happy holiday.
From all of us here at Apple Valley News, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's and all the best in 2025.
Happy holidays to you and yours.
Wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Remember the reason for the season. Happy holidays.
A festive flight on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. For today, snow levels generally are going to be between 1,500 to 2,000 feet. Snow in the Cascades picking up around lunchtime, maybe a snow shower in the upper Yakima Valley before 7 a.m., but a mostly dry start for the valleys, basin, and Blue Foothills and mountains. But the wet weather is going to start to pick up into the afternoon across the map. Then for tonight, snow levels going up to around 3,000 feet. Rain and snow coverage will peak during the mid to late evening, maybe even a quick burst of snow in the Kittitas Valley and upper Yakima Valley during the mid-evening, but back to rain by the late evening, keeping it as rain tonight for Cabbage Hill, and will start to trend much drier across the map around midnight. And then for tomorrow, snow levels are mostly going to hover around 3,000 feet. We'll have a dry start for the Kittitas and upper Yakima Valley, but light showers elsewhere, including snow up in the Cascades, and wet weather will start to pick up in intensity by the late a.m. to early afternoon. Finally starting to see a transition of snow by the late afternoon for Cabbage Hill. And then for tomorrow night, snow levels dropping back down to around 1,500 feet. Snow continues throughout the night for the mountains, but we'll see a drying trend across the board into the evening and overnight hours. What does that mean? Well, here are the snowfall totals we're expecting over the next 48 hours. 6 to 12 inches of snow for a Cascade passes, less than an inch for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, not much doing for the basin or for the foothills, and anywhere between 2 to 8 inches of snow for our Blue Mountain passes, with those higher totals being on Oregon 204. Here's some of the water totals we're expecting for the next 48 hours. Pretty consistently between 1/10 to 1/4 for the valleys and basin, between 1/4 to 1/2 for the Cascades and Blue Foothills, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Blue Mountains. We are tracking another storm system into Monday and Tuesday. We'll have a little bit of a break in the action for Sunday, but that next storm system into Monday and Tuesday. Just wanted to touch on temperatures real quick. A little bit warmer this weekend, back to more seasonal stuff into next week. Okay, now on to the storm system for Monday and Tuesday. Snow levels low again, between 1,500 and 3,000 feet. Could get some more valley snow, not much more though, and then a couple more inches of snow for our Cascade and Blue Mountain passes. This storm system overall looking drier as opposed to the Friday, Saturday storm system. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A nice break in the action for Sunday before cold rain on Monday and maybe freezing rain by Tuesday morning. Then in Yakima, a cold and partly cloudy day for Sunday, then potentially dealing with more wet and wintry weather Monday through Wednesday. In Ellensburg, the same cycle as Yakima, cold and some sunshine for Sunday, then snow and freezing rain possible Monday through Wednesday. For Hermiston, a bit of a reprieve on Sunday before more cold rain impacts us on Monday, another chance for freezing rain on Tuesday. Then in Walla Walla, maybe a shower or two lingers for Sunday, freezing rain possible Monday morning, then a cold rain for the rest of Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. Now, the closest ski slopes to the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla have recently opened up. We're talking about Ski Bluewood, and changes are starting soon. This on the proposed 2021 Master Development Plan. Our Riley Fitzgerald has the details from the Blue Mountains.
While skiers and snowboarders have already been hitting the powder at Ski Bluewood since the runs opened 2 weeks ago, the staff has been preparing for the plenty of upgrades to come. One change is going to lift the ski lodge even higher.
Now that the season has officially started, there are a few changes that are going to be coming to Bluewood in the next couple of years, including changing out this 3-seated lift for a high-speed quad.
So we have a fixed grip triple right now that takes us roughly 11.5+ minutes to get us to the top.
Ski Bluewood General Manager Pete Corfiatis says it's going to be a high-speed detachable quad that runs around 7.5 minutes.
Are you regular or goofy footed?
Beckett Mitchell has been up to Dayton to ski at least 10 times, he says. He's definitely excited about the new lift.
Are they putting in a high-speed quad? Is that what the lift is? We'll see about that. I really hope they do, honestly. I actually really want one, so.
Scott Silva has been snowboarding for 22 years and is from the Tri-Cities, but this is his first time at Ski Bluewood.
I think that's great. I mean, this is a great location, great amenities so far. But if they're changing some things, that's going to be for the better, I'm sure. I mean, faster lifts, these lifts are already pretty nice, but having a lot more options are going to be great.
Once that lift isn't being used, it will leave a shell at the lodge that'll turn into a ski school and rentals program, along with an expansion to the cafeteria. There's also the new food truck on site. Then, alongside all these updates, the potential for the business when there's not snow on the ground.
You know, Bluewood hasn't had a summer operating program, and so that's been a big push ever since I got here, was to get something established. And the big crux of that has been the lift itself. Our current lift doesn't really have an uploading or downloading foot traffic capacity on it, and so the new lift will enable us to be able to put that foot traffic on it, so we can have wedding events or corporate retreats or mountain biking, probably the biggest and the component most people want.
Meanwhile, the slopes are open through the season, ready for winter sports enthusiasts of all kinds. In Dayton, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Riley. And all that Bluewood is waiting on right now is the Forest Service approval, and the construction on the new high-speed quad could start as soon as April. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, country singer Morgan Wallen has been sentenced for throwing an object over a roof. We have the story and more coming up in your entertainment headlines.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
The buying season never ends at Broadmoor RV Superstore. Make this holiday one to remember with a new motorhome, travel trailer, or fifth wheel. Broadmoor RV continues to close out the 2024s to make room for the 25s. Your destination store in Pasco has the top brands in the industry, including Jayco, Montana Fifth Wheels, Coachman, Northwood, and Outdoors RV. Visit our huge campus and let us help you make memories for a lifetime this holiday season. Broadmoor RV Superstore, family owned and operated in Pasco.
It's not hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a good mom. It's easy to be a bad mom. That's so easy. But to be a good mom is hard. To be a bad mom, that's as easy as being a great dad.
Nikki Glazer, Alive and Unwell Tour. Legends Casino Hotel, Friday, February 14th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster and Legends Gift Shop. She's alive and unwell. Don't miss Nikki Glazer.
Thank you, good night.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged to perfection for 5 weeks and never frozen. Oven ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast. Tied and seasoned at your request. Reserve yours now, exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, country music singer Morgan Wallen has been sentenced for throwing an object over a roof in Tennessee.
Wallen pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of reckless endangerment yesterday. The 31-year-old was arrested back in April after he threw a chair off a 6-story rooftop bar.
Witnesses said they recall seeing Wallen laughing after he grabbed the chair and threw it. And court documents reveal the Grammy-nominated singer entered a guilty plea under a deferral.
Under the agreement, Wallen will spend 7 days at a DUI education center. He's also on probation for 2 years.
Wallen's attorney said once probation is complete, the charges will be eligible for dismissal and expungement. Now, back in 2021, Wallen faced controversy after he was seen on camera using a racial slur.
That led to his record label suspending his contract. Most recently, Wallen was named the 2024 Artist of the Year at the CMA Awards.
More in entertainment, Forbes magazine has rounded up the 100 most powerful women of the year.
President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, topped the list. That's a European name if I've ever heard of one.
The list was followed by Christine Lagarde, the president of the European Central Bank, and Forbes based this list on money, media, impact, and spheres of influence.
Other notable names on the list include, of course, Taylor Swift, who just wrapped up the Eras Tour. She came in at how is she only number 23?
Well, Oprah, who was lauded for her media and business empire, ranked number 33, and Beyonce came in at number 35. This makes me want to know who 1 through 10 is, the rest of them.
For real.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, WNBA sensation Caitlin Clark rounded out the list with number 100. Oh, what? So anyway, she's 22 years old, and she's also the youngest person on this year's list.
It must be a bunch of people that we don't know.
Must be like a bunch of hedge fund women or something.
Yeah. Coming up next, the city of Mabton didn't adopt a budget this time last year, and now with 3 weeks left in this year with no meeting set, they could be repeating that same mistake. Emily Goodell has that exclusive report in the next half hour.
It's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale. Or get 48 months no interest financing. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Pasco, and Hermiston. It's time to start thinking of gifts for your friends and family. Smoke City for Less has all kinds of great ideas, like favorite character bags, trays, accessories, candles, and incense. And if your loved one is hard to shop for, get them a gift card so they can get what they want. Lowest prices and the largest selection of vape mods and the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Check them out this season. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Kapuza Lighting, Accident Injury Lawyers.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Eurotop, easy on the wallet for only $379.99, or get 48 months no interest financing and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Season's greetings from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, how did you do yesterday with the high of the day? Did you get it right?
I did not too bad. I didn't get it exactly right.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. It wasn't exactly right like it was yesterday, but it was
within that 3.
Yes, it was still within the 3 degrees to either side. Let's go ahead and take graphics full, and you can see that my forecast high for yesterday for Pasco was 37 degrees, which meant that it needed to fall between 34 and 40 degrees for the jackpot to grow by $25, and that's exactly what happened. So the jackpot is now up to $50, which means that my forecast high for today is 38 degrees again for Pasco. So if the actual high temperature verifies between 35 or 41 degrees, this jackpot's going to go up to $75. But if my forecast goes bust, which sometimes happens, then that jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on contest, or you could scan this QR code right here and you can get all the information on this contest. Now let's dive into the weather, as there's a lot to talk about. We're seeing some snow showers exiting the Blue Mountains right now, but that next storm system is looming specifically into this afternoon and evening. Visibility not looking too good right now. Specifically in Pendleton, we're at a big old goose egg. Snoqualmie Pass, 1 statute mile visibility, and it's slightly reduced within the valleys. So again, that's just good reason to take it slow this morning on the roadways. Use the low beams. Could be a few slick spots out there, given that we do have temperatures that are around freezing. More on that in a second. Did want to touch on this winter weather advisory that's in place for the Cascades, for the valleys, for the foothills of Morrow County, 4 p.m. on Friday to 10 in the morning on Saturday. And then the winter weather advisory that's also in place for the Blue Mountains. And then a wind advisory that's in place for the Blue Foothills of Umatilla County, 4 p.m. on Friday to 10 in the morning on Saturday. You can find more information about these alerts posted online at applevalleyNewsNow.com. This morning, it is cold. You're going to want the heavy jacket as you're headed out the front door. The rain jacket a little bit later in the day in the Tri-Cities, as we are anticipating the arrival of that next storm system. I'll show you a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we start this half hour off with an exclusive report. Last year, Mapleton City Council failed to pass a budget by the end of the year, and they spent 11 months of the year spending money without a plan. Our Emily Goodell tells us with less than 3 weeks left and no more meetings planned, the council could be repeating history.
Mayor Rachel Ruelas called for a special meeting to be held Thursday night to pass the 2025 budget and amend the 2024 budget. But the meeting canceled after not enough council members showed up to make it legal.
I do want to thank Councilwoman Diana for showing up, Councilwoman Vera showing up, our attorney and our chief of police, and just so it's known and on the record that there was no quorum to go forward with this meeting, and that this was a very expensive meeting tonight. So with that, we will adjourn this meeting at 6:32. Thank you.
I called council member Sophia Sotelo, who says they didn't show up because they weren't given enough time to go through the changes.
The city initially thought it was ending the year with over $1.2 million in the bank. But according to the proposed budget amendment, they're actually ending the year with under $1 million.
Plus, concerns remain over the accuracy of the 2025 budget, which is just the 2021 budget adjusted for inflation. It remains unclear how much revenue the cemetery actually brought in 2024, because even the packet put together for the special meeting had the number at about $14,000 on one page and $20,000 on another. And it's still not clear why that number's projected to jump to $125,000 in 2025. Plus, still no explanation about why the mayor spent almost $3,500 on mayor supplies, what exactly that included, or why they're only budgeting $280 for the same supplies next year. And since they couldn't hold the special meeting,
we are going to go ahead and postpone that until further notice at a later date.
But with less than 3 weeks left in the year and no regular meetings planned, unless the mayor calls another special meeting and enough council members show up to hold it, and they all agree on what to pass, the city will be starting 2025 just like 2024, without having adopted a budget. In Mabton, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And Emily is also following up on concerns about whether the city followed state laws when hiring the new interim police chief / public safety director, one who reportedly hasn't passed a background check yet. And we'll update you on that as soon as we know more. But for now, you can find previous coverage on the subject up on our website. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Tri-City Americans lost their last 2 games at home. We have the recap on how it went and the dates on their next few games. That is after the break. Season's greetings from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
This holiday season, experience the magic at Winterfest in Peanuts Park, Pasco. With music, kids' activities, vendors, and our holiday tree lighting, it's better than ever. Join us Saturday, December 14th from 3 to 6 p.m. Santa will be there too. Don't miss the Candy Cane Scavenger Hunt, December 9th through the 12th, and the free Christmas movies at Fairchild Cinemas in Pasco. December 11th and 14th, Winterfest, brought to you by these amazing sponsors. Make it a holiday to remember at Winterfest. We'll see you there.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
And Consumer Reports
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Legends Casino Hotel and Apple Valley News Now present the First Alert Weather 3-degree guarantee. Here's how it works. Every day when Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth correctly predicts the high temp within 3 degrees, $25 is added to the 3-degree guarantee jackpot. If he misses, someone walks away with the money. Enter to win on the contest page at applevalleynewsnow.com. The 3-degree guarantee from Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather, and Legends Casino Hotel. Fun is how we roll.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's your ski report for today, brought to you by Schweitzer. Keep in mind that it says new snow on this graphic, but the ski resorts don't report out their new snowfall totals until a little bit later in the day, so these aren't 100% accurate. But I do want you to pay attention to the base depth, 36 inches at Schweitzer. Then we'll take it down to Ski Bluewood. The base depth here, right around 15 inches. 1 inch of new snow per the last time they reported this, which was yesterday. And then for White Pass, the base depth here, 24 inches. This is definitely set to go up as we are expecting a decent amount of snow for White Pass over the next couple of days. Now let's take it back down to lower elevations. Here's your zone-by-zone forecast for today, starting off in Kittitas County. Breezy up in the Cascades for today. Winds gusting out of the south and southeast upwards of 25 miles per hour. Lighter winds in the valley. Could have mixed precip, specifically during the late afternoon to the early evening. Then in the Yakima Valley, it's really going to be the same deal as the Kittitas Valley, specifically for the upper Yakima Valley. Maybe that quick burst of snow during the very early evening hours. Temperatures today in the mid-30s. And then in the lower Columbia Basin, we're going to be in the 30s and 40s. It's just going to be a cold rain for today into the afternoon and evening. And then for the Blue Foothills, same thing, a little bit warmer up into the mid 40s, but mostly just a cold rain. And then we will be tracking the potential for some snow, not necessarily for tonight up in the Blue Mountains, but into tomorrow night. I'll show you what some of those snowfall totals could look like. And I do have to mention this, winds gusting out of the south and southeast upwards of 30 miles per hour today in the Blue Mountains. But yeah, I'll show you rainfall and snowfall totals over the next 48 hours coming up in a few minutes.
In your sports headlines this morning, the Tri-City Americans are looking to right their ship after dropping their last 2 home games. The Ams haven't played poorly, though, losing the past 2 games only by a goal. But the boys thought they should have walked away with the win against Prince George. This as they held a 3-1 lead before Captain Jake Sloan took a hard hit, an unsportsmanlike penalty, giving Prince George the power play, leading the way to the Cougars scoring 2 unanswered to tie the game and eventually winning in a shootout.
I think we just try to keep it fun here in the last little while and enjoy our time at the rink. Realize that we're only 3 or 4 days away now from having a good 10-day break where everybody gets to go home and enjoy that as well. So keep it lighthearted, have some fun, and everybody hopefully keep smiling.
Their next game is against the Rockets today at the Toyota Center, and then they hit the road for 2 games before Christmas break. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, there's been a recall on some Stanley Cups, a recall regarding a lid malfunction. We have the details on which kind of cup coming up in your morning sprint. But first, Josh will have your full weather forecast.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
'Tis the season of comfort and joy. Celebrate with special holiday pricing throughout the store.
It's a great time to save at Walker's.
Buy like friends and family and shop the gifts you'd love to get with some year-end clearance specials up to 70% off. Plus, take advantage of 5-year special financing with no money down.
And remember, Walker's is where
quality just costs less.
From our family to yours,
Merry Christmas!
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Widespread rain and snow, we could see down tree limbs, we could see power outages. Combined out with some of the snow, it can be blizzard-like conditions.
When can we go to Papa?
Before heading out, trust Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, helping keep you and your family safe.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. This is an all-out battle as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best deals of the year. Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special savings on a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 during the final year-end countdown from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
A festive flight on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. For today, snow levels will generally be between 1,500 to 2,000 feet. Snow in the Cascades picking up around lunchtime. Maybe a snow shower in the upper Yakima Valley before 7 this morning, but a mostly dry start for the Valleys Basin and Blue Foothills and Mountains. Wet weather does start to pick up into the afternoon across the map. And then for tonight, snow levels up around 3,000 feet. Rain and snow coverage will peak during the mid to late evening. Maybe even a quick burst of snow in the Kittitas Valley and upper Yakima Valley during the mid-evening, but back to rain by the late evening. Keeping it as rain tonight for Cabbage Hill. Will start to trend much drier across the map around midnight. And then for tomorrow, snow levels mostly hover around 3,000 feet. A dry start for the Kittitas Valley and upper Yakima Valley, but light showers elsewhere, including snow in the Cascades. Wet weather will start to pick up in intensity by the late morning to early afternoon. We'll finally see a transition of snow by the late afternoon for Cabbage Hill. And then for tomorrow night, snow levels dropping back down to around 1,500 feet. Snow continues throughout the night for the mountains, but we'll see a drying trend across the board into the evening and overnight hours. So what does that all mean? Well, it equates to this. We could have 6 to 12 inches of snow in the Cascades over the next 48 hours, less than an inch of snow for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, not much doing for the basin, not much doing for the foothills, anywhere between 2 to 8 inches of snow for the Blue Mountain passes, with the higher totals being on Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Here are some of the water totals we're expecting for Friday and Saturday. Between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch for the valleys and basin, 1/4 to 1/2 for the Blue Foothills and Cascades, 1/2 to 3/4 for the Blue Mountains. So we'll get a little bit of a reprieve on Sunday. Then we have another storm system we're tracking for Monday and Tuesday. This one could be interesting. More on that in a second, but I just want to touch on temperatures real quick. A little bit warmer for this weekend, back to more seasonal stuff in the next week. Okay, Monday and Tuesday, this one could get interesting as snow levels will be pretty low once again. Could maybe have up to an inch of snow for the valleys, only a couple more inches of snow for Cabbage Hill, for Snoqualmie Pass. Overall, this storm system's looking drier as opposed to Friday and Saturday. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A nice break in the action for Sunday before a cold rain on Monday, maybe freezing rain by Tuesday morning. In Yakima, a cold and partly cloudy day for Sunday, then potentially dealing with more wet and wintry weather Monday through Wednesday. For Ellensburg, the same cycle as Yakima. Cold and some sunshine for Sunday, then snow and freezing rain possible Monday through Wednesday. For Hermiston, a bit of a reprieve on Sunday before more cold rain impacts us on Monday, then another chance for freezing rain on Tuesday. Then for Walla Walla, maybe a shower or two lingers for Sunday, freezing rain possible Monday morning, then a cold rain for the rest of Monday and Tuesday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
Hey, I'm Becky Worley with your GMA First Look. I'm here at the San Francisco International Airport with a new way to track your bags. It involves one of these, an Apple AirTag. United Airlines now able to accept location data from AirTags that you put inside your luggage.
The AirTag says it's right here.
But it's
not quite here.
In the past, Van Scott might not have been able to use the AirTag info because airlines had no way of taking in that live location data. But now, Apple creating a shareable link for customers with real-time location data that you can give to the airline.
Those 1% of customers that do not have their bags, we want to make sure that we can track.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll show you much more of how United and other airlines are using this lost luggage technology. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, San Francisco.
The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like life was moving on without me. Then I found a chance to let in the light.
Discover Caplyta. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta is proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Caplyta can cause serious side effects. Call your doctor about sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks in young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Report fever, confusion, or stiff muscles which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements which may be permanent. Common side effects include sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, and dry mouth. These aren't all the side effects.
In the darkness of bipolar 1 and 2 depression, Caplyta can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Caplyta. Find savings and support at caplyta.com.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off with your national headlines. Federal security officials are now saying the mysterious drones over New Jersey might not be actual drones. They say they can't corroborate reported sightings. Witnesses and some experts say the aircrafts don't look like drones because of how they move. Whatever they are, security agencies seem unable to explain or stop them. And also some officials say they're not being picked up by traditional radar and police helicopters. The mystery has local and federal leaders demanding answers. President-elect Donald Trump has personally invited Chinese leader Xi Jinping to attend his inauguration in January. That's according to the incoming White House press secretary. Trump has also previously said that his communication with Xi is somewhat regular. Trump has not commented on whether he had accepted the invitation. The Biden administration is slamming the brakes on bank overdraft fees. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau unveiled its finalized rule that places a $5 cap on penalties, and that's a big drop from the typical $35 fee that many customers face when they pull out more money than is currently available. This could save U.S. households roughly $225 per year. Some banking trade groups are saying this could cause future financial problems. United Airlines is teaming up with Apple to help you track your lost luggage. It's a new feature called Share Item Location. You can put an Apple AirTag inside of your luggage, and if it gets lost, you can create a link to your device's location inside the app. Then you can file a delayed baggage report and share it with the United app or by text. That'll let United track your luggage in real time. More than 2.5 million Stanley travel mugs have been recalled due to a potential burn hazard that can be caused by a faulty lid. The recall involves all switchback and trigger action stainless steel travel mugs sold in the U.S. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says threads in the lids may shrink when exposed to heat, causing the lid to fall off during use. And the CPSC says there have been 16 reports in the U.S. of recalled mugs, the lids detaching during use, and that led to 2 burn injuries. And the affected mugs are in 12, 16, and 20-ounce sizes. They were sold between June 2016 and December of this year. And consumers are urged to stop using the mugs immediately and to contact Stanley for a free replacement lid. And now we go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. A suspect breaks windows and causes severe damage to several businesses in Yakima. Now in this video, a man uses what appears to be a large rock to smash the windows and then he walks away. Yakima police say the vandal hit 6 businesses all within an hour, and this includes the Justice Center, Cowiche Canyon Restaurant, Chase Bank, Olive Garden, and also empty business space near the Capitol Theater. Police say this happened between 10:50 p.m. and 11:57 p.m. Wednesday night. Washington State Patrol is looking for witnesses of a deadly car pedestrian crash from earlier this week. The crash happened in Toppenish on State Route 22, east of the intersection with State Route 97. If you saw a person walking along that area, please reach out to detectives. They're also looking for these cars, a 2018 Subaru Legacy with damage to the front, also 2 white box trucks, and a 4-door red pickup with front end damage. And all of these were during the crash. And cleanup continues at the Les Schwab Tire Center in Yakima after a fire on Tuesday. It broke out around 6:30 in the morning on First Street and caused nearly $500,000 in damage. It was contained to just one building, and the cause appears to be an electrical issue. Les Schwab is still closed, but it will reopen for business on Monday. Attorney General Bob Ferguson announces that law enforcement across the state will be getting nearly $2 million to aid in gun violence prevention. 9 counties will be given part of the money, with the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office receiving $140,000, and the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office will get $40,000. Also, the Hermiston Police Department is remodeling their police station. This means their headquarters will be operating out of other spaces while construction is going on. To reach an officer, you will now need to call this number. It's 541-567-5519 and click on option 1 to reach an officer. Also, the red phone at the front of the building is active at this time, but there will be no lobby access for now. And this next story is a crime story, but it is pretty funny.
A man in Massachusetts was trying to run away from police, but he actually had to call them for help, after he got stuck in a chimney.
So you see, Santa Claus is good, and that's why he doesn't get stuck in chimneys. And you can see on your screen how it all played out.
Police officers say they were in the middle of a search warrant at a home when 2 men fled onto the roof. So one of them jumped from the roof and onto a parked car, and that one got away.
And the second man is the one that got stuck, 33-year-old Robert Langlis, and officials say they were able to rescue him, and then they arrested him.
What a switch up. Well, he faces multiple charges, including possession of drugs. There was also a woman on the scene who was arrested on the same charges.
Oh, karma's gonna get you. I think I would have just stayed in the chimney and not said anything, but he was actually stuck. So
yeah,
but I wouldn't be in that position in the first place. So
someone's getting some
shame
lumps
on
of coal.
Him. Yeah.
Yep.
And it is Friday the 13th, Josh, but are we getting unlucky with the weather?
I mean, we need the rain, we need the snow, so yes, but travel plans, maybe you would run out of luck there. We'll go ahead and talk about that. First, you can see some showers starting to build off towards our west. That is the very beginning of this next round of rain and snow that's going to end up impacting our region. You can see visibility not good in Pendleton, not good in Ellensburg, not good in Snoqualmie Pass. Those are the areas where you would need to take it slow on the roadways, use the low beams. Temperatures this morning right around freezing all across the region. You're going to need a heavy jacket. We'll have that next round of rain and snow arriving by the time we get to this afternoon. Here is just a quick look at the snowfall map, and yeah, it's going to be tough sledding for our Blue Mountain passes and especially for our Cascade passes.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website, applevalley.newsnow.com.
Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.